Hello students, today we are going to study call by value and call by reference. Usage of a pointer in a function definition may be classified into two groups, call by value and call by reference. Call by value. When a function is invoked, correspondence is established between the formal and the actual parameters. A temporary storage is created where the value of the actual parameter is stored. The formal parameter picks up its value from its storage area. This mechanism of data transfer is called call by value. Let us see an example. In this example, we can see a call by value. Let us start from void main. So students, you all know that any C program starts to execute from void main. So inside void main, we have taken an integer, that is x, which has a value 100. So we have x here, okay, which has a value of 100. In the next line, we see that before function call, we have printed the value of x there. So x equal to %d. Then this, as you all know, is a new line command, and we are printing x here. After this line, we have called a function called change. This is actually passing value because we have passed the value of x, that is 100, into change. After this function is called, the flow of the program goes here, right? After this, we have void change here. So inside void change, we can see that we wrote int num, right? So this x, int num, they are all parameters. This is like x is passed as a parameter, right? And this is the argument list. Now, what is the value of num then? Num is also 100 because we have passed 100 here, right? So I will write num as 100. Now the main concept here arises that is like the variable num and the variable x, okay, both occupy the separate memory space. Yes, okay, students, please keep it in mind that here x is a local variable inside void main. So as soon as you go outside of void main, nobody knows x now. And this num is a local variable inside the function change. So x and num have separate memory spaces and both are different variables. Now coming to this printf. So inside printf, we see that before adding value inside function, okay, what is the value of num? That is %d, and we have printed num. What is num here? Num is 100, right? Now we are adding 100 to this num, okay? So now num becomes 200, correct? So after adding the value inside the function, what will be the value of num? That is 200 now, okay? You can see here, okay? I also mentioned the output, right? You can see here, right? Okay, both the cases you can see, okay? Now, after this function is executed, the program control is again coming back from here to here, okay? Now we print x here. So what happens now? What is the value of x? X is still 100, okay? We have just changed the value of num inside change, not the value of x, right? X is still 100. The concept which I just now explained to you, this is called call by value. Now we are coming to the next concept, that is call by reference. Here in call by reference, we pass the address to a function and the parameters receiving the address should be pointers. That is the main thing here, okay? This process is called call by reference. The function which is called by reference can change the value of the variable used in the call. How do we do this? Students, kindly note the differences here. So first we come to, again, as we all know that C program execution always starts from main, right? So we come to main here. Inside main, again we have X. Okay, I'll try to draw it here. We have X, the value of X is again 100, right? Now, before the function call, we are printing X. What will be the output here? Obviously, the output is 100. Now, we call the function change. What did we pass inside the function change? The address of 100. Okay, the address of 100. We can specify the address to be, I am giving a hypothetical address here, okay? Normally the addresses where variables are stored in C are hexadecimal numbers. I am not taking exactly one hexa, I am just writing or some example, number, okay? For example, it is 1x, okay, 2f, fine. Suppose this particular thing which I wrote here is actually the address of this variable x, okay? Now what happens, what did we send inside change as parameter here? We have sent the address of x, address, that is 1x 2f here, okay? Now the control goes from here to here. What is this? Int star num. So what did we actually get here? Int star num, okay, please excuse my handwriting here. Int star num. What is the meaning of int star num? As soon as we write int star num, it shows that num is a pointer variable and we write ampersand x here, which shows that, sorry, this is ampersand, okay? I hope it is clear. Int star num equal to ampersand x, right? Because we wrote int star num. And what did we send from here? Ampersand x. So int star num equal to ampersand x. What is the meaning of that? Num is another variable here. Okay, num is another variable. What type of variable is num? It is a pointer variable, okay, which stores the address of x. So what will be stored there? 1x 2f, correct, okay? Now notice the next line, okay, the next line, which is very interesting. We wrote that before adding value inside the function, num equal to star num. What is the meaning of star num? We know that if we add star to any pointer variable, it acts as dereferencing that particular variable, right, okay? So whenever we write star num, it is actually the value of x, correct, okay? Because as we know that num is storing the address of x, okay? So as soon as we write star num, it actually will print 100 here. Now coming to the next line, what did we do here? We did star num, that is, what is star num? Just now I have said to you, star num is actually the value of x, okay? The x which is here, okay? So as soon as we write star num, it is actually x. So what is the meaning of this line? Actually, it is x equal to x plus 100, correct, okay? X plus 100. So what is the current value of x now? The current value of x will be 200. Are we changing the original or actual variable x here? Yes, students, we are changing the actual variable x here, okay? Now after adding the value inside function, what is the value of this num here? It is actually star num, okay? So as soon as we do star num, again it prints the value of x, that is 200. Now, after this particular function is executed, the control returns back to main, right? Returns back here. Now, when I print this, what will be the output? After function call x equal to, because x has been changed here permanently, right? Here, if you see, the value of x has changed. Now, if you print, it will be 200. Okay. So, this concept which we just now studies is actually call by reference concept. Okay. I hope it is clear. Thank you, students.